recording this class too. I've recorded every class. So if ever you have a class that you really liked and you'd like to have again, give me a minute. Let me get Mr. Belvedere out of here. Okay. So sit comfortably as you possibly can. Ted, if comfortable means that your legs are straight, by all means, keep the legs straight. And that goes for everybody knows this. And when I say sit comfortably, I mean it. Because we sit for not a long time, but it feels like forever sometimes when we're sitting in the centering. So I just want to make sure that you're comfortable. And if at any time you're uncomfortable, then unfold your legs and extend them, okay? Because it's important that when you're centering your body, you're physically comfortable. We're trying to make your mind comfortable, but the mind won't be comfortable if the body isn't. So that's why I emphasize sitting comfortably. Okay, that being said, good morning, namaste. I really looked forward to being with you guys today, and I'm hoping that in showing you this, many of you who have been with Swami, my friend Swami Mahesh in his classes, this is what he does. When you've never been with him, this is his teaching. And so I really like it because I feel when on those weekends or those days where I feel puffy or I feel like I need to detox, this is the perfect thing to do. So again, drink lots of water after we're done. And we'll begin with our centering. Sit comfortably. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and your head is straight. Why the neck and the head and the back straight? Because this is how we breathe spontaneously. If my spine is curved, I'm not breathing spontaneously. It's more difficult for me to breathe. The moment that my spine is straight, breath happens effortlessly, and that's what we want. And if we can get used to sitting like this, we'll have a lot fewer back problems. But make sure your back is relaxed, straight but relaxed. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through the center of your lips. Raise your shoulders up as you're breathing in. Take them back. And as you're breathing out, drop them. Bring your palms in your lap, right palm holding the left, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the center of the lips. Gently close your eyes. And take 1 minute at this time, please, to think of everybody in your life who has loved you into being. I will mind the time. It will be just 1 minute, but it'll be a minute that will make a lot of benefit in your body and in your mind. So begin, please. All those people that have loved you into being. If it makes you smile, please smile. Okay, continue to have your eyes closed and a minute has passed. But I want this minute to transition into your centering, so keep your eyes closed. I want you to be aware of how your body and your mind feel now after having spent that minute thinking of the people who have loved you. Become aware of the difference that you might feel before and after. Those people who have loved us have taught us how to love. And that carries us through life and will continue to carry us through life. In that love comes a lot of well-being. In that love comes a lot of balance and harmony. And when we feel loved, we go into a state of ease. And what is a state of ease? A state of ease is when things happen in our bodies and in our minds, and the world can go by, but we remain relaxed. We remain equanimous. So at this moment, I want you to reflect and observe how you feel, how that love, and remembering that love and feeling, because in remembering, we start to become that which we're remembering. And as you're breathing in, become aware of that breath going in. And as we're breathing out, become aware of that breath leaving the body. Become aware of the breath being life. Become aware of the breath not just being a breath, but being the source of life. And as you breathe in, be aware of being nourished. At this moment in time, the mind and the body are being nourished. And as the breath is leaving, become aware of that being nourishment for a different aspect of life. Become aware of the importance of that breath entering as well as releasing. Stay with your breath. Settle in the breath at this moment. Observe it. Now I'd like you to guide your breath. If you haven't done so already, if you're not already doing it spontaneously, I'd like you to guide your breath to your belly. As you're breathing in, visualize the belly holding a balloon. And as you're breathing in, you're filling that balloon. The belly gets bigger. And as you're breathing out, you deflate the balloon. And the belly button goes toward the spine. Breathing in, you're inflating that balloon. And you're breathing out, deflating that balloon. Don't let the breath go any further. Stay at the belly. Breathing in, you're inflating the balloon. And breathing out, you're deflating the balloon. Initially, continue to breathe this way. Initially, you can exaggerate the motion, but once you've settled into that rhythm, let it be a casual breath, meaning it doesn't have to be a big breath. You don't have to exaggerate filling the belly or exaggerate deflating the belly. Just be aware of the belly being inflated and deflated, and the breath going to the belly rather than to the chest or to the clavicle. Continue to breathe this way. Don't let it go. In breathing this way, you're stimulating your vagus nerve. You're activating it. The vagus nerve goes from the brain through the organs in the body and ends at the belly region. When we breathe this way, we are activating it. What happens when we activate the vagus nerve? It creates ease and relaxation instantaneously. And what happens when we're in a relaxed state is that the body goes into a state of homeostasis. In that homeostasis, the organs work together. They come to us, each organ is in a state of relaxation. And so as a result, they come together to work together. Synergistic process rather than a tense process. And in doing so, the mind starts relaxing as well. The brain gets that signal of relaxation. It can make all the difference in the world in our health when we breathe this way. This is the way the body wants to breathe. And as a result, it gives it what it needs. It allows us to release stress, release tension, and come to present, to that moment with the breath. Slowly and gently, I'd like you to take the next breath in and then just observe as it rises on its own. Don't try to just keep it at the belly. Observe how the breath just kind of rises on its own. It doesn't go very far, or at least it doesn't feel like it goes very far, but it does go up on its own. I want you to visualize a flame when that happens, right? The flame begins at the belly and rises. Fire always rises. It never goes down. I want you to visualize and think of the breath in the same way. It begins at the belly and it rises. And as it's going out, that flame is reduced, never totally extinguished. And as you breathe in again, the flame rises. So it fills the belly and then rises up, but it must begin at the belly. In order for the body to be healthy and remain healthy, our breath must begin at the belly. As you're breathing and taking that breath in and observing how it rises, I'd like you to set your intention for today. Why are you here? And I don't mean existentially, I mean here at this moment in time. What is your intention for being here? There is no right or wrong answer for this. It's a personal answer. But I would like you to add love and compassion to that answer, to that intention. And as you take that breath in, let that intention fill you. Let it solidify, let it strengthen. And as you're breathing out, become aware of releasing it and letting it surround you and be all around you. Breathing in, setting that intention, and breathing out, releasing that intention. When I say releasing, I mean let it surround you. Let the energy around you be that of your intention. Don't keep it just to yourself. Let it be around you. Let that energy be part of you wherever you are, but also surrounding you. You can share it with those around you without even verbalizing it. At this moment, be aware of the mind, the body, and that space at the center of the chest, aligning with that intention, the mind, the thoughts, the actions, and the words aligning today in that intention. Beginning with this moment. Sarvetra Sukhina Santo Sarve Santo Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pashanto Mahashantama Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunatu, sahaviryam sarvavahe, tejasvinavadhitamastu, ma varvishavahe. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May every being be happy. May every being be free from all diseases. May every being feel and appear blissful. May there not be trace of sorrow within any being. Bless us so we may live together. We may be nourished together and learn the brilliance of this knowledge together, leading to self-unfoldment without any sense of pride, prejudice, or ego. May peace prevail along our bodies and our minds. May peace prevail throughout all the celestial bodies in the cosmos. And may peace prevail along our journey to self-realization. May peace prevail. Om Shanti. Keeping your eyes closed, please bring your hands on your knees, palms facing toward the sky. Fingers are open and extended and relaxed. We'll be chanting Om 5 times. Om is A-U-M. Don't try to extend it. Don't try to control it. Just allow it to happen. Become aware of the crown of your head. Become aware of the center of your chest. And become aware of the center of your palms as you're chanting. Allow yourself to connect through the crown of your head. Feel the reverberation and the vibration as it begins at the center of the chest and reverberates throughout the whole body and beyond. And become aware of receiving at the center of your palms. Take a deep breath in and we'll begin. Without moving your hands, please keep them where they are. Be aware of any heaviness in them. May feel as if you're holding something, that the fingers are holding something. Please don't move them. Just be aware of it. Also be aware of where in your body you might have some pain, maybe some tension, some fatigue. If you find that your mind is racing, let that be your focus. And place your hands there. If it's the mind, place them on top of the head, one hand on each side of the head. The fingers are on top, the palms are on the side. Let them rest there. If it's somewhere else in the body, let the hands rest there. And become aware of the heaviness leaving the hands. That energy being transferred. But that energy being transferred doesn't become heavy where it's received. Quite the contrary. You may find that it becomes lighter where it's being received. Once your hands have released everything they're holding, bring them back onto your knees, palms facing toward the sky. Take your time. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Breathe in again. And as you're breathing out, become aware of the breath as it's leaving the body and the space in which you're sitting. Breathe in one more time. And as you're breathing out, begin the breath at the crown of the head. Visualize it flowing throughout your entire body, all the way to the tips of your toes in gratitude. Om Shanti. Namaste. And slowly and gently, please take your time. When you're ready, open your eyes and extend your legs. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, thank you. Okay, give your legs a moment, give your feet a moment. I'm going to move my mat back. Okay, I don't think you can see my feet very well, but that's okay. I'll give you the directions and you can take a look. Can everybody hear me? Yeah? Okay, because I'm further back, so I want to make sure. Let me see. Okay, my volume's as high as it'll go. Okay, if you're ready and your legs have come back to life fully and the toes are back to life, there's no tingling, please stand up. And we'll begin with the toes, but today we're going to be doing most of the postures standing. If you have a balance problem, you can hold on to something for this next one. Otherwise, just put your hands on your waist. And we're going to focus on the toes. So what do? When we need to, we're going to go up on one leg at a time. And here's the thing. You need to make sure that you're centered on whatever leg you're standing on. So for example, when we're standing on two legs, our center of gravity is in the center of the body, right? When we go into, for example, the left leg, if that's the leg that's going to be on the ground, you want to make sure that you're stable on that side, because that's where your center of gravity is going to be, so that you can lift this foot and still remain balanced. So we'll begin just by standing on 2 feet. Make sure your feet are parallel, hip width apart. As you're breathing in, bring the arms to the side, bring them up. Bring the palms together. Release the breath. Keep the palms together. Close your eyes and become aware of the center. Make a line from between the palms, down, past your nose, past the center of the lips, your chin, center of the chest, your belly button, all the way to the ground. That's your physical center. Without releasing the palms, bring the palms down at your chest. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, release the palms. And open your eyes. That's your physical center when both legs are on the ground. Okay, now I want you to shift your weight to your left side. Make sure the feet are flat on the ground. Bring your hands to your waist. If you need support, please go hold on to a chair or something next to you. It's okay, you can go stand by a wall if you need to, but I don't want you to lose your balance. So you're going to be lifting the other foot, the right foot. It doesn't have to go high. You can lift it low, but I want you to bring the toes down and up. All you're going to be doing is crunching the toes and bringing them up. Alrighty. Now we're going to point the toes and bring the whole foot up. So the motion is from the ankle. Bring the foot down. Now we'll shift the weight to the right side. So come to your right side. Just stand there for a moment. Make sure you're centered on the right. And now lift the left foot. And you're going to crunch just the toes. The ankle remains fixed. And now I want you to point the toes. So you're cranking from the ankle. Forward and up. Forward and up. And bring that foot down. If you bring the other foot closer to the other leg, it's easier. If you try to do it out here, it's harder on the balance. If you try to keep everything as close as you can so that it's almost in one plane, it's easier to stay on one foot, okay? If you fix your eyes on a point, that also makes it easier. Okay, now we're going to do circles with our ankles. So let's come back to the left. Make that your center of gravity. That will be your physical center when you lift the right leg. And lift the right foot up. And start doing circles with the ankles, going clockwise initially. Now we'll go counterclockwise. We're using all the joints and we're starting with the toes, moving our way up the body. And bring that foot down. And now come back to the right side. Let that be your center. And now lift the left foot. See, I'm bringing my foot closer to me because that makes it so that it's all kind of in one plane. And circles to the right, going clockwise. Now to the left, counterclockwise. Your foot doesn't have to be high. And bring that foot down. Close your eyes, bring your hands down, keep your eyes closed. Start becoming aware of what's happening in the body. Start tuning in. We'll begin at the toes and move up. At this moment, keeping the eyes closed, I want you to plant your feet on the ground. But I want you now to lift just the toes. So you'll feel pressure on the balls of the feet. Bring the toes down. Breathing in, lift the toes. And breathing out, bring the toes down. If you can keep your eyes closed, do so. Otherwise, keep your eyes open. If you don't get dizzy, keep them closed. Breathing in, bring the toes up. Feel the pressure on the balls of the feet. And as you're breathing out, bring the toes down. One more time. Breathing in, bring the toes up, spread them out. And as you're breathing out, bring the toes down. And keep your eyes closed. Firmly planted on the ground. Okay, open your eyes. Now we'll go to the knees. If your knees give you trouble, please don't go in deeply. Otherwise, go in as deep as you can. So my knees are pretty good most of the time. Today they're okay. So you don't want the knees to be too far apart. Maybe, I don't know, 3 inches, 4 inches apart. Bring your hands on your kneecaps. And what we're going to do is we're going to be doing circles. So as you come back here, the knees are straight, and as you're going forward, you go deep into it. You come back, you straighten them out, and as you go forward, you go deep. So let's begin. Bend the knees, go to your right. We're going to go clockwise first. Remember, as you're going back, you straighten them, and as you're coming forward, you bend them. Take your time. Try to do everything as gently as you can. You don't want to have any jerky motions because that can create problems in the knees. Once you come back to center, then now let's go in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Take your time. If you observe, it's not just the knees that's getting that motion, your ankles are too. And you're massaging the soles of your feet. At one point, the balls of the feet get it, left side, right side, and then also the heels, depending upon where you are in the motion. And come back to center, and slowly come up, straighten the knees, keep your eyes closed. And become aware of what's happening. There's a lightness that starts settling in. Lightness in the feet, through the ankles, now at the knees, the calves, and open your eyes. So now we'll be addressing the hip area. Visualize doing a hula hoop without hula hooping. So you're going to be bringing your hands on your hips. I want you to open your feet so that you're outside of the hips. The feet align with the hips, but then now I want you to bring them out. Not too far, but far enough to where you're in balance. And observe what we're going to do, and then we'll do it together. So we'll begin in the center here. This is center position. You'll notice I'm bringing up my pelvic region just a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to begin by going to the right. As I'm going to this side, I'm observing that, believe it or not, I have a corner here. And I'm hitting kind of a wall. But as I go through that wall, I work out a kink that I may have there. I come back, I go to the left. There we go, there's another kink. I come forward, and back to center. I want you to do this slowly. I want you to do this with awareness of what's happening through the hips. What you'll find, again, is that you hit some corners and you think, uh-oh, but go through it gently and slowly and you'll work your way through it. It's lovely. This was an aha. This posture, this asana was an aha moment for me. Amazing. So let's do it together. Start in the center, bring your pelvic region forward, and now bring it to the right. Gently, slowly, take your time. Take it back. All the way back, center. Go to the left. Find the corner. There's my corner. Oh. And come forward. Go again to the right. Hula hooping in slow motion. All righty, and come to center. Once you're at center, go counterclockwise. So you'll go in the opposite direction. Take your time. It's really important that you do this gently and slowly because getting through those corners quickly can actually hurt you. If you do it gently and you do it slowly, the body has the time to adapt and work its way through it without pulling anything. And observe what's happening. Like, wow, didn't know I had those corners, right? And come back to center. Keep your eyes closed. Reflect on the space that you're feeling within your hips, within the thighs. It's beautiful. And open your eyes. Okay. Now we're going to go to the shoulders. And then let's go to the hands first. So let's bring our arms in front of us. I find that I have a lot of stiffness in my hands, depending upon whatever time of year. And this, without failing, I may be even standing in the line and doing it because it really makes a big difference. So if you can have your hands facing down, it's easier than facing up. Facing down, thumb inside, 4 fingers over. You breathe out here, breathing out here. And as you're breathing in, you extend the fingers. And as you breathe out, bring the thumb inside, 4 fingers forward, in 4 fingers over it. Breathe in through the nose and out through the lips. Breathe in through the nose. And gently release. Breathe in. Feel the nice pull between the fingers. Don't be easy on the fingers. Breathe in. Sometimes I feel almost like I have web hands when I do this. And as you're breathing out, bring the fingers toward each other. One more. Breathing in. And I guess you don't say web hand, you say web feet, but in this case, web hand, right? Okay, so bring the arms down, let the arms rest for a moment. That is really, really effective. And I can't say really enough times. You will find that you're releasing a lot throughout the fingers. I don't have arthritis, but there are times when I think maybe this is what arthritis feels like. And if you do have arthritis, it's a really good exercise because we open our hands, but we don't really stretch the hands out, right? So if we can do that, where we're sending the energy to the fingers, it's amazing what can happen. When we energize those areas of the body, then you're sending a flow of energy. You're focusing. Where the focus goes is where that energy goes. And where that energy goes and that intention, healing happens. When the body parts don't get used much, they get used to being stagnant. And the last thing you want to do is have your hands be stagnant. Okay, now that we've relaxed the hands long enough, let's bring the arms back up, thumb inside, 4 fingers over. I want you to do circles with your wrists. So initially you go in, up, side and down, in, up, side and down, in, up, side and down. Take your time. This is really good if you're using the computer a lot. If you have carpal tunnel syndrome, it's very good. Now go in the opposite direction. Always if you go in one direction, go in the other direction. It creates balance. Otherwise, you may create an imbalance inadvertently. And bring the hands up. Imagine pushing a wall. And bring the hands down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. One more. Breathing in, up. And breathing out, down. Slowly and gently bring the arms down. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to feel what's happening in your hands and in your wrists and your fingers. If you need to wiggle your fingers because you can feel that energy rushing through, do so. Just release it. And now open your eyes. So let's work on the elbows. Bring 5 fingers on your shoulders. Elbows at shoulder height. Don't release the fingers just yet. Just watch me. As we breathe in, we bring the arms out, extend the palms. And as we breathe out, we go back to the shoulders. Okay? So let's begin together. Breathing in, arms out, extend the fingers. And breathing out, bring them back onto the shoulders. Breathing in, out. And breathing in, back to the shoulders. Breathing out, breathing in, out. And breathing out, back to the shoulders. A little confusing. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Try to keep the elbows at shoulder height. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now take the arms to the side. Elbows are at shoulder height. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the elbows forward, bring them down, palms down. Keep your eyes closed. Start becoming aware of what's happening in the arms now. All right, and slowly and gently open your eyes. Now we're going to bring the hands to the shoulders again, but what we'll be doing is moving throughout the shoulder socket. So let me show you. As we're breathing in, we're going to bring the elbows together and then bring the elbows toward the sky. Try to align them with your head, elbows pointing toward the sky. And as we breathe out, we come back and down. Let's do this together. Breathing in, bring the elbows toward each other and bring them up. And breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, forward and up. And breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, forward and up. And breathing out, back and down. In, forward and up. Out, back and down. One more. Forward and up. And back and down. And now we'll go in the opposite direction. So as we breathe in, we take the elbows back and take them up. And as we breathe out, we bring them forward and down. Breathing in, back and up. And breathing out, forward, and down. Breathing in, back and up. And breathing out, forward and down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out, forward and down. One more. Breathing in, back and up. And breathing out, forward and down. Relax the hands. Bring the arms down. Close your eyes. Observe what's happening in your body. very beautiful. There's a lightness that starts settling in once you start releasing those kinks. And open your eyes. Okay, now we'll work on the neck. So you can bring, if your feet were separated, mine were, they don't need to be, you can bring them shoulder width apart. If your balance is off though, if you're a little insecure on your feet sometimes, just open them up. That'll make a world of difference. That'll give you a bigger base, which will make it more stable. Otherwise, just bring the feet so they're hip width apart. Everybody's hips are different, so everybody's feet and the separation will be different. Okay, we're going to be addressing the neck, so let me show you. As you breathe out, we're going to bring the chin down. And then, if you remember correctly, when we do the clock, I ask you to bring the head up and then breathe. I'd like you to do that again. I want us to get used to having that space between thoughts, that space between breaths, to be aware of that pause between the breath in and the breath out and the breath out and the breath in. It's really important because that space is that moment of silence. And so the more comfortable we are with that, the more silence will come into our lives. And the more we can do that, the more this mind can rest. And the more that happens, the more this body has ease. So it all has, a purpose, right? So, okay, so I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent, but I just want to explain why I do that. So as we're breathing out, we're going to come down, then we'll lift our head up and breathe in. And then you're going to go back, breathing out, then you're going to bring the head up and breathe in. When you take the head back, please don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes open. Anytime you're doing a posture where the head is going back, keep your eyes open because there's a good chance you'll lose your balance if the eyes are closed, okay? All right, so let's do this together. So we're going to be breathing. We're going to go, basically, if you've done the clock with me, we're going to do 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We'll do that 3 times each. And then we're going to go to 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And we'll do those 3 times each. And then we'll go be turning and looking over our shoulders. And we'll be doing those 3 times each. So I'm going to be guiding you and we'll be doing them in a row, okay? So pay attention to the breathing and the pattern that I'm asking you to breathe. So stay in the center, close your eyes, stay here for a moment, become aware of where you are, become aware of your intention, let that intention settle into what we're doing. And again, add love and compassion to that. And slowly and gently, if you would like to, open your eyes. Otherwise, breathe in. And as you're breathing out, bring your chin to the chest. Keep the shoulders back. Raise the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take your head back. Keep your eyes open. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take your chin to the chest. Feel the pull through the back of your neck all the way down to the tip of the spine. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take it back. Become aware of the pull in the throat all the way to the pubic bone. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, chin to the chest, all the way down in the center. Put pressure on your thyroid. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And breathing out, take the head back. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And now we're going to go to the side. As you're breathing out, take your left ear toward the left shoulder. Don't lift the shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go to the right. Again, keep that right shoulder down and relax. Head up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you go to the left. Head up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, go to the right. head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, go to the left. You can close your eyes if your balance is good. And as you bring the head up, breathe in, and take your ear to the right, breathing out. Bring the head up, breathe in, stay here for a moment, breathe in, and gently breathe out. And now we're going to turn our head as if we're looking over the left shoulder. Breathe in, and as you're breathing out, turn toward the left as if you're looking over your shoulder. Bring the head forward, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, go to your right. Bring the head forward, breathe in, and as you breathe out, go to the left. Bring the head forward, breathe in, and as you breathe out, go to the right. Bring the head forward, breathe in, and just breathe here. Stay here for a moment and breathe. And slowly and gently take a seat, please. Okay. So we did everything. We did the hips, but we didn't do the waist. And I'd like to do the waist, but I'd like to do the waist in a very precise, calm, detoxing manner. So what we're going to do is bring your feet forward, please. And I'd like you to take your left foot back. So the left foot, your calf is going to be in line with your thigh. Okay, so and the foot can point out like this if that's more comfortable, or it can be on top. You can have the top of your foot on the ground. And then you're going to take the sole of the other foot, of the right foot, bring the sole to the knee. Don't bring it to the groin. See the difference? If I bring it to my groin region, this knee comes back. I want the knee to come forward because I need space here. And if you're on your mat, sit in the middle of your mat because you're going to be going down on both sides. So, and if you're on the ground, it doesn't matter, but just make sure you have space on both sides. So this is center. You'll be breathing in here. As we're breathing out, we're going to turn, in this case, to the right and come down. Make sure you're breathing out when you come down. You come down all the way down if you can. If what your body allows you to do is this today, this is perfectly fine. Can you see this? My forehead, my forearms are on the ground, my palms are on the ground. If I can go in a little further and stack my fists and put my head on my fists, then terrific. Stay there. If you can come down all the way, so the forearms are on the ground, palms are on the ground, and I can bring my head on the ground, that would be great too. Whatever your body allows you to do today to get out of the posture. You straighten the arms and then start working the hands back and come back to center. Make sure you don't use your back to get out of it. Use your arms. That's really important. We don't realize how we strain our backs and then it's like, well, we've been pushing in ways that we probably shouldn't have. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It's just at any given moment, if something just goes a little wrong, you can tweak it a little bit and be in pain for days, maybe weeks. So try to use your arms as much as you can. Okay, so let's do this together. So the left foot is back. The right foot is on the left knee. Not on it, but next to it. And this is center position. Be aware of being in center. Okay? Breathe in here. As you're breathing out, twist to the right and start coming down. Make sure you're breathing out when you're coming down. Forearms are on the ground. If that's what you can do, do the best that you can do. Relax the shoulders. Relax your lower back. Become aware of where you are at this moment. Become aware of getting grounded. Your head is either on the ground or stacked on your fists, and maybe it's up. And even so, you can feel that energy from Ajna Chakra to the ground. I want you to become aware of that transmission of energy. And I want you to be aware of releasing as well as receiving. Breathe in through the nose. And as you're breathing out, I'd like you to breathe out with an open mouth. Nice sigh of relief, please. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out with. And just stay here. Become aware of your intention. Become aware of this body you've been gifted. Be aware of being the custodian of this body and of loving this body. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out with an open mouth. Be aware of wanting to release any physical toxins, any emotional toxins, and any mental toxins. One more time. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out with an open mouth. All righty. Slowly and gently straighten your arms, work your hands back, and come back to center. Straighten the legs. Take your time. And now take that right foot back. Do the best that you can. Honor your body. Like my foot doesn't want to be like this today. I need to take it to the side. I sprained my ankle a few years ago, and it still every once in a while gives me problems. So tune into those things in your body too. And now bring the left foot to the knee. If it'll cooperate. Let's see, now it wants to cooperate, so that's good. But listen, yeah, tune in. All right, so we breathe in the center. A little bit. And as we're breathing out, we twist and turn and come down. If you can come down all the way, terrific. Otherwise, do whatever you can, whatever the body allows you to do. Understand that one side is always stiffer than the others. Some days it's the left, some days it's the right. There's no rhyme or reason necessarily except the movements that the body has taken. So understand that you may find that one side is stiffer than the other, and that's okay, and that changes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out with an open mouth. Make sure your palms are flat on the ground. Forearms are on the ground. If you're stacking your fists, then of course the palms won't be on the ground, but your forearms are on the ground. Become aware of that energy, the flow of that energy between that space between your eyebrows, center of the brain, and the ground. That connection with Ajna Chakra and the ground. The ground being that Mother Earth. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out with an open mouth. And in connecting, become aware of being part of it. You're not becoming part of it, you're being part of it. You're already part of it. Now it's a matter of realizing it, right? And being it. Allow yourself to just be at ease at this moment. If you can try to bring your chest closer to the ground, do so. And feel the spread through the shoulders and the chest. That connection, that being. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out with an open mouth. Letting the universe take that which you don't need anymore. And letting it nourish you with what you do need. Become aware of being very well supported. Become aware of being in balance, in a state of wellness. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out with an open mouth. At this moment, allow yourself to be grateful for this body you've been gifted. At this moment, let yourself speak to this body and let it know how grateful you are and how much you're going to take care of it. And observe how the body relaxes even further. And one more time, breathe in through your nose and breathe out with an open mouth. Slowly, very slowly and very gently, straighten your arms. Move your hands back toward your body and come up to center. Keep your eyes closed if you can while you're doing this. Observe the changes in the body as we're moving, right? So any kinks that you've had in your waist work themselves out now. The body's light, well taken care of. And we will be doing some pranayama, but we will be doing pranayama with Soham. So let me explain the procedure, and I'll be guiding you, but let me explain it to you. I talked earlier about the space between the thoughts, right? Or the space between the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation. And we're going to be doing a little more of that right now. So we will be taking Soham. Soham was an aha moment for me. Soham is that takes me to that place that I love so much, that silence. So we will be beginning by just chanting So Hum at the same pace. So Hum, and I'll guide you. Then we'll be stopping between So and Hum. We'll take a pause. So, we'll pause, and then Hum. So, we'll immediately follow with So, but we'll pause between So and Hum. So we're pausing between So, the breath in, and the breath out. You won't be chanting, I'll be chanting. You'll be coordinating your breath and chanting mentally. So the pause will be between the breath in, So, pause, and the breath out, Hum. Then I'll guide you. We'll do that a few times, and then we'll go to So Hum again, balance, So Hum. So Hum. And then I'm going to ask you to say So, Hum, and pause. Pause between the Hum and the So, meaning between the exhalation and the inhalation. And we'll do a few cycles of that. And then we'll be pausing between So and Hum. And then we'll be pausing between Hum and So. And again, I will be guiding you. For those of you who would like to do it sitting up, do it sitting up. For those of you who would like to do it lying down, lie down. It's up to you. I'll let you decide on this because I do want you to be relaxed when you're doing this. If you're lying down, bring your head toward me, toward the computer. And the reason I ask you to bring your head toward the computer is because when you're learning something, knowledge comes in through the head, specifically through the crown of the head, and the feet release. So you don't want to point your feet toward me because you're releasing, right? And so you want to be in a position to receive. So anyway, it's okay. So we'll begin. So sit comfortably if you're sitting. Otherwise, lie down comfortably in Shavasana. We will go into Yoga Nidra immediately after this. So if you're lying down, go ahead and get your blanket and get it ready so that you don't have to move very much when you go into Yoga Nidra. Again, if you're lying down, please have your head toward me. And we'll begin. I'd like you to just take a breath in and breathing out. And you're breathing in and out through the nose. Remember, we breathe in with so, and we breathe out with hum. If you're sitting, bring your palms in your lap, right palm holding the left, and the thumbs gently touching each other. If you're lying down, lie down in Shavasana, but bring your fingers into the Nan Mudra. Index finger and thumb gently touching each other. Palms facing toward the sky. Feet are separate but comfortable, whatever it is that makes you comfortable. But again, if you're sitting up, bring your palms in your lap, right palm holding the left, and the thumbs gently touching each other. And just breathe, breathing in and out through the nose. I will be chanting. When I pause, I will say pause when I want you to pause, okay? So just pay attention to the rhythm and my instructions. And we'll begin breathing in with so. Breathing out. In. So. Out. In. So. Out. So. Pause and breathe out. So pause and breathe out. Pause. Pause. One last pause. No pause. Pause. Breathe in. Breathe in. So. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. So. Pause. Breathe in. So. Pause. Breathe in. So. No pause. Breathe in. So. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. 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 One last pause. One last pause. Mentally, continue to hear and breathe in with so, and breathe out with hum. If you're sitting up, lie down on your back with your head toward me, palms at your side, feet relaxed. Excuse me. Keep your eyes closed. Excuse me. And just focus on so as you're breathing in and hum as you're breathing out. Become aware of the stillness. Become aware of the space. Become aware of the lightness in the body. Become aware of your toes in that lightness. Become aware of the backs of your heels. Become aware of the space between the back of the heels and the ground. Become aware of the calves. Become aware of the space between the calves and the ground. Become aware of your buttocks, your hips. Become aware of the space between your buttocks and your hips and the ground. Become aware of your upper back and your shoulders. And be aware of the space between the upper back and the shoulders and the ground. Be aware of your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. And be aware of the space between them and the ground. Be aware of your hands and your wrists, the backs of your hands, and be aware of the space of that and the ground below them. Become aware of the back of the head, and be aware of the space between the back of the head and the ground below it. Be aware of the space between your entire body and the ground below it. Be aware of your vibration having been raised and the lightness of the body. Become aware of the body and the space between the body and the ground below it. Become aware of your energy body. Become aware of being energy. Become aware of the space between that energy and the ground below it. Become aware of being that. So, hum. And slowly and gently, start becoming aware of being a physical body. Become aware of the breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Become aware of the body touching the ground below it. Point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. And stay here for a moment. Purnamadaha Purnameda Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate. Slowly bring your arm overhead on the ground, your right arm, and turn onto your right side. Don't get up. Just place your head on the upper arm. Bend your left knee and bring it in front of you on the ground. So the right leg is straight, the left knee is bent. And bring your left hand in front of you on the ground. You're aware of any stiffness that may have settled in your back, and give it a moment to work itself out. Become aware of the lightness that you felt. Become aware of that energy, being that you are. Know that it's in that energy being where we transcend. It's in that energy being that we receive. Slowly, very, very slowly, very gently, use your arms, please. Don't use your back. And sit up facing me with your eyes closed. Place your palms in your lap, right palm holding the left, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is. And put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. And slowly and gently, take your time. Open your eyes. Take your time.